But there's one item that I've sold 4 of now in the last, I think, 5 days, 2 of on this show today. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth. Flipper, welcome to the cabin. Thanks for joining us today. I'm going to go out on a limb today. I'm going to make a prediction, which, I'm going to be bold. What do they say? Fortune favors the bold, right? So you make a prediction and you're wrong, nobody remembers. You make a prediction and you're right, everybody thinks you're Gary Vee. At any rate, I'll tell you about that in just a second. But let me tell you how sometimes, and it works a lot of times, at least in the clothing department, you can see the trends coming. If you're a high school history teacher, or if you have kids that age, maybe middle school on up, they will tell you what the trends are. And if you're looking closely on the cutting edge students out there, those trendsetters, you can find out where the trends are going to. Like, I could have been out in front of that mom jean thing. I started seeing them more like, what in the world? Are you serious? And I thought, And then I started finding them out there, and I'm like, some of these will sell. And the dad sweater, that was back in, still is to some degree. And the vintage stuff's been definitely coming back for a while and still going up. It's crazy the money some of those things are bringing. But there's one item that I've sold 4 of now in the last, I think, 5 days, 2 of on this show today. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. But before we do that, let me show you a couple more things. I've been watching the last few days. I've been talking about this Epson printer, and it's a heavy thing. And it's got this plastic top on here, but it's an old dot matrix. I used to sell the Oki Data dot matrix ones. Haven't come across too many lately, but this one was part of that free lot that we got from the antique booths down there. And I decided to sell this one separate. A viewer told me how to test it. I tested it. I made a little video about it. And just that dot matrix printer sound it's really a unique one for sure. But this was an MX80. And because I added the fact that it was tested and working, and I have that video in case they complain, right? Not that that'll work. This one sold fairly quickly, 2 days, and it sold for $100 plus shipping. I put it under the market. There's only one other one out there, and I put it under the market. I think 10 or 20 bucks under, and I'm pretty happy with that sale. Should be about an $80, maybe just a little bit more, 82 bucks, $83 profit, something like that. But that's a good half an hour worth of work. It might even be more than that. It's probably closer to 40 minutes. Clean a little bit, test it, pictures, and that's going to take 20 minutes, probably a double box to ship that thing. All right, I couldn't decide what to do with this one right here, this little block. And I bought some knives out of it. I think we paid like $2, and it wasn't a full set, and I sold the knives that were in it. And it's a lifestyle, homestead lifestyle block. Took a while to sell. I almost threw it in the fire pit out there. It's like, that's a nice little piece of firewood, but I'm like, nah, I can make 10 bucks on it. So $12.95 plus shipping. It's really a pretty easy shipper. I'll probably put it in the number 7 box, 12 by 12 by 8, and set it in there like that. It's not gonna break. A lot of times when I'll do the 20% off sale on the items that have been in the store for over a year, I'll take out my multi-quantity listings. Well, I forgot to take out this one. So we've been selling a few, only 16 left. I might bump these up a little bit, back to where they should be at least, because they're dwindling down. But still $7.53, I was into it for 50 cents. So we're not making a bunch on these. I think it was more like $9 not too long ago. So I think that's probably what we'll get it back up to since we only have 16 left. But this is Warehouse Edition, Some Devil. All right, this isn't the last set. They're all sold. Sold 2 more about an hour ago. So 2 more sets. I still have a lot of singles left, but the sets are gone. I might take some of the singles and put them into the dual listing because it looks like they're selling fairly quick. But once it gets down to the end, they just start popping off. They'll send alerts out. Hey, they're running out of this item. So I must be the only one selling it in 2s. 10 bucks. These did not go to a viewer, and I don't think the other 2 sets did either. Maybe they did. Maybe sometimes the viewers just don't say anything. So Twisted Radio, you're not going to have to hear me talk about this too much. I'm not even going to say it. After selling 1,000 of those, you probably don't want to hear it anymore. All right, y'all, here it is. Here's the prediction. So this is based on 2 things. The first is, I have a limited amount of students in my classroom. We don't have, typically I would teach, 100 to 120 students a year. And I would, well, every day I'd see 100 to 120 students in a typical year. And I'd have 5 classes. Last few years, I had 4 classes with that many kids, but that's not what this is about. My point is, I've only seen a few kids this year in comparison to normal, and I've seen 5 or 6 boys walking around this year as it heats up a little bit wearing Hawaiian shirts, vintage Hawaiian shirts. And I'm like, I've seen that from time to time, but I haven't seen as many people doing it. And so I feel like it's a possibility that this season is going to be a really good season for Hawaiian shirts. Now, Hawaiian shirts have been selling for a long, long time, and I've sold them for a long, long time. Certain rain spooner and themed ones especially. It doesn't even matter what the theme is, as long as it's a theme that somebody likes in Hawaiian shirt. It could be Disney, it could be Harley, it could be whatever. There are a few brands out there. Here's a good one. Paradise Found is not a bad one. The Aloha shirts that are worn in Magnum PI. I put Magnum, well, I didn't do this listing. I can't take credit. I didn't even buy it. The Magnum PI one a lot of times has the parrot on it. Or is that a macaw? Parrots, let me see if I can get this right. I think Pete said it once. Because Pete has a macaw. But I think macaws are parrots. Or parrots are macaws. I'm pretty sure that all macaws are parrots, but not all parrots. I have no idea what I'm talking. Pete, if you're watching, tell me in the comments. I think I'm right. And I think that's a parrot. But whatever. I know that Magnum wore those parrots. Can I tell you a little story? I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. I think I maybe said it once before. So my dad's parents, they would, we'd go up there every once in a while. They'd be watching TV. And it was interesting to me. Whenever Charlie's Angels came on, my grandfather was right there in front of the TV. Boy, he didn't miss Charlie's Angels. But whenever Magnum PI came on, my grandma was right there in front of that TV. I think it was those shorts. I'm more of a Rockford File kind of guy than Magnum, but I like Magnum too. I don't know about those shorts, but I like Magnum. At any rate, put Magnum PI in this one, but I think it's a different brand. You know, Tommy Bahama struggles at times, but the right Tommy Bahamas, the right embroidery on them, they'll still go for really good money. There's a few other brands out there. Let me know if you sell Hawaiian shirts. Give me some good brands below. Rain Spooner's my favorite. All that talking, and I didn't even tell you what it sold for. Blue Ridge Mama bought it at Goodwill, $3.99. Look at that. Paradise Found Hawaii. Pretty cool. And sold it for $32 plus shipping. We have another one inside that went to a viewer that I picked up at the Goodwill the other day on a video that's coming out really soon, which is I had a friend from California come out who's a reseller, has a YouTube channel. And no, it's not Matt, sorry. And compare these Goodwills out there to our Goodwills here. And he ended up looking at the clothing because there was not much else to look at. And I did find a couple of Hawaiian shirts that we're going to sell. I was just at one of the, well, it wasn't one of it. It was the very first garage sale of the season for me. And I missed out on all kinds of stuff. I was a half an hour early, which turned out to be 10 minutes late. I missed out on some stuff. But I still found a couple of Hawaiian shirts, ironically. And those are, I think I've listed them, but maybe not. We'll get to it pretty quick. Another old standby here. A couple of Revere wear. These are the small ones here. What is it? 1 quart and 1.5. I think is what they were. And they clean up. There's Barkeeper's Friend, of course. And I have that video. Maybe I'll put it on here. Boy, it doesn't look like I got that one very good, does it? With the mineral oil. I have to try some of the other systems y'all are telling me out there. I just haven't got around to it. And I know I have a whole nother box of Revere wear in there. That's 1 quart. That's 1.5. $25 plus shipping. This one didn't turn out to be the greatest of buys. But sometimes I just can't resist this stuff. I'm going to make like $1.75 profit on this. But the other one that I bought with it, I think we ended up making 5 or 6. So maybe it's worth it. And it's a sticker. And I don't remember. Oh, look at that. Froggy Flips. Snap on. How cool is that thing right there? I just love that. I want those shirts to come back, y'all. We kind of did it with this style. You can't really... It's not like glittery. But it has that feel to it with that one. I can't imagine how much it would cost to actually do that style where it's glittery like that. But I just love those shirts. That 70 look and feel to it. But that thing's pretty cool. And it sold for $7. So a few dollars in it. Not too much. All right, here's one of my problems that I just can't resist. And I don't know if it should be in here. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. A lot of times I'll buy VHS. I'll look at a big giant tub of Disney VHS and I'll just take the ones out that are sealed. And so I'll end up grabbing them. And they're slow sellers, but I don't know. There's just something about a sealed VHS that I like. So for $8, I think, plus shipping. Let me look. Nope, I lied. Probably bought it for 50 cents, maybe a quarter. And it sold for $7 plus shipping. So, you know, we're making, I don't know, $4.50 on it. But somebody has a new and sealed, and sometimes you get this, right? It's not quite sealed, so you gotta make sure. Some people are picky, even paying that cheap of a price. And so we'll make a few bucks on it. And somebody has a nice sealed chitty bang bang. This was in a giant lot, and we ended up putting a ton of stuff into the booths. I think my wife decided to list these, and we put them on the kids store. But he's been selling so much over there, I figured I would do this one along with another one. And I think he's going to do 2 more sales in here. In reality, he had 4 or 5, because one was a double that I'm going to do inside in a minute. And Turner's been making money like crazy lately. Not as much as Reagan, because y'all are so nice buying out of the store, but Turner's been making good money. So here it is. I don't even remember which ones. My first alphabet. I guess let's look at them. What the heck, right? So Peter's mama just looked and made a nice little lot. We're well into the profit on these. Top of Old Smoky. That's pretty good. And was that Mother Goose? And the little engine that could's got a little damage on it, but there it is. And those sold for $8 plus shipping. Let's get Turner out here and then we'll head inside.
Here.
You think that thing's creepy?
Yeah.
Is it creepier than this doll back here?
Oh.
Not even close, is it?
No.
All right, so I don't know. You know, a lot of Cabbage Patch Kids don't do great. This one was CPK, let's see, Junior Ranger, Freckles Turner. And so Blue Ridge Mama listed that one. I don't even know where she got it, or if I got it, or what. But I know we're making money on it because it sold for $16.95 plus shipping. Definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1.
You got it, buddy.
Bye.
All right, I had this shirt in here, but it was a viewer that bought this shirt, and he left a message, and he bought something out of Turner's store as well. And I'll tell you what, there's one thing, I don't go serially, is that right? Complaining about eBay. Boy, I gotta come over there. I don't that's not a good word either. I'm not a serial complainer. What am I trying to say? All these years teaching, my brain just doesn't quite work. Speaking of teaching, I missed today. You know, it's the Ides of March, and, you know, we would have gone through the Roman Empire way earlier in the year, and I would have pulled that up and see if they remembered. Do y'all know what the Ides of March are out there? A viewer actually mentioned it today, I think, and I saw that. I always used to talk about the Ides of March and make some points that the kids could kind of refresh their memory about what we had gone over earlier in the year, because we would be up to World War I at this point, and the Roman Empire seems like a long time ago in comparison to that. But you could always make, I don't know why I'm talking about this, Ides of March really quick, and then this. So Ides of March is the middle of March. The middle of March is the 15th, where the middle of some other months might be the 14th. Or anyway, that's how the Romans didn't number days of the month. It's confusing. But it has all kinds of connotations of Roman religion, and Saturn, of course, or excuse me, Jupiter was the god that they would worship. And it actually has ties to ancient Hebrew tradition and scapegoating and sheep, and there's all kinds of religious connotations, but we remember it historically because a seer warned Caesar, boy, confusing myself today, about the Ides, beware the Ides of March. Although I don't think that's what the seer said. I think that's what we think the seer said, because that's what Shakespeare said the seer said. Boy, I sound like a Dr. Seuss book, don't I? At any rate, Caesar walks past the seer and says, hey, it's the Ides of March, you know, it's here and I'm still here. Nothing happened to me. Legend has it that the seer says, well, it's not over yet. It's not over. Watch out. And of course, the 60 senators, Brutus and Cassius, they kill Caesar, and he is no more, except for the idea of Caesar lives on, and he becomes bigger than life, and the empire begins. Actually, the empire really did begin before that, but that's a side point. Augustus comes to power. Octavian, I better shut up. Here you go. Route 66. Made in Hawaii. So that's another thing. So this is Pacific Legend, which is nothing amazing, but it is made in Hawaii, USA. That is definitely something to look for. I like made in Hawaii, some made in the USA. Obviously, if it's made in Hawaii, it's made in the USA. I like to see made in Korea, the rayon ones, the old ones, and cool designs. So this isn't your typical Hawaiian shirt here, but it has an appeal. Route 66, the hot rods and all. So I picked this up the other day at the Goodwill, $3.99. Sold for $20 fairly quickly, plus shipping. Sold to a viewer, Gary. And Gary, you bought a couple more things, but he was very kind, generous. Here's the thing. There you go. I got to get back to my original point. Complaining serially about eBay. And this really isn't a complaint. It really makes sense. So I have two stores. The kids have a store. I have a store. And so I can't combine shipping from the two stores. If I try to do that, it won't let me put the tracking number in because it says it's already used on another store. But, you know, it's all the same information. So I'm wishing that that was a possibility. I don't think it's an issue for most folks, but it is for me because I have viewers buying things and they're trying to be nice, buy it from the kids. But we're gonna definitely treat you right here, and we'll combine them anyways. And probably we might even ship them in 2 different boxes. Although my account probably could handle a ding. Although I'll probably give the ding to Turner's account. He'll never know. That's terrible. Let me show you the other things. Can you tell I miss actually teaching every day? Oh, here we go. This one's been sitting around for a while. And this one's sold to Gary. This troll doll is awesome. It is a rust troll doll. And it came, I should have bought them all, I think. That was a great sale. And lots of people viewed that one. And they kept commenting, you should have bought them all. You should have bought them all. Like, I know. That's why I titled it that. This one is cool. And this is going to come from a hoarder house find. You're going to see these videos very quickly because we just did them last week. They'll be out within a week, or at least one of them will be out soon. And nothing was like out of this world. Well, there was one amazing thing, just this huge thing of silver, but the owner kept that. But this is the kind of stuff that I picked up. This right here, tons of this little stuff. And I'm going to make a bunch of money on it, but this is 1989. What is that, a raccoon? I guess. And this was $10 plus shipping for that 1989 one. I don't remember what this one was. 16 something plus 20. And we're going to fix the shipping for you, Gary. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And thank you to all of you, as always, for watching. We're going to go back outside. I don't know if I put both the Turners on or if I'll put another one on here in a second. And then Reagan and all that. I know Blue Ridge Mama sold some stuff out of Mercari. And thank you, by the way. She is competing with me to see how many new people to Mercari. When you sign up for Mercari, go through her link or my link. Because she says you shouldn't go through my link. Because when you do, I think I get $10 or something and you get $10. But I never spend my money because I never pay attention to it, but she'll spend it. At any rate, somebody's done that, and she's got like 20 bucks lately, and some more people have some. At any rate, I don't know. Thank y'all so much, and we can't wait to see you next time. Hey, buddy, what'd you sell right there?
McDonald's set thing.
It's a transformer. I think it's a quarter-pounder transformer. 1988. Best year ever. That thing sold for $10, Turner. 10 bucks right there. $10. Free shipping. So that's just enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1.
Yep, that's right. And y'all look out for these right here. We bought a huge lot of them. Me and Blue Ridge Mama and Reagan did at a sale, church sale, for $1. I think a whole bag full of them. We made a ton of money. And a viewer bought those. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know who it is. Leave your name in the comments. Thanks.
Bye.
Hey, Reagan, just a couple things going out for you today. What do you got?
Lola and Lydia.
Lola and... Actually, I think it's Lola and Lydia.
Oh, okay.
I think. Too many L's, huh? Yeah. And they got a flipper sticker and a picker sticker. And they got a shipping table and one of our new designs. Awesome. Thank you.
Bye. And don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Hey, check this out, y'all. This is a sweet plate. I absolutely love that plate. Home on the Range. I've never seen that one before. Hey, look. I got a note on the back, too. I just thought there was this one. Just in case you collect these two. I only sell part-time and don't have a store. Here it is. Mike's Collectibles. Awesome. Love it. Thank you so much. Hey, check the note on the back here. Personal plate. Look at this. See, I didn't even realize that. Kansas Jayhawks right there. I mean, that thing is cool and it's personal. You got your name on it. I don't know where we're going to put that thing. We'll find a spot for it for sure. I don't know, but I really like that one. I love old westerns, y'all. Can I tell you? I don't publicize it too much because my wife thinks I'm a dork for watching them, but that's all right. I just love those old westerns. And that reminded me, your last name is one of my favorite actors. Last name Robert Duvall. Lonesome Dove is one of my all-time favorites. Love it. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Hey, really quick, I just have to say thanks for the folks who bought us a coffee, and I apparently forgot to tell Darcy thank you for a bunch of coffees. Thank you very much. None of this is deserved, but you guys are amazing, and I just see why you're leaving the coffees. You know, thanks for the helpful info. Thanks for the videos. Thanks for the entertainment. Rhonda says, give Sophie a hug for us, or pet Sophie for us. We'll do that. I love Sophie. She's good. Thank you. She bought 3 coffees. Emily bought 5 coffees the other day. I don't know. Y'all, I mean, we don't need Starbucks here. I'll get Maxwell House or whatever works. Justin, oh my goodness. I just saw the 15 coffees. I'm going to respond to each of these. Y'all are way, way too generous to us. And I think, oh, there's another one. Rich. Hashtag WIDPIO. When in doubt, part it out. There you go. Hashtag Instagram. Y'all, if you do some when in doubt, part it outs, go to Instagram, send me a message, post something and put up. I love it. I've never seen that one before. We'll have to start using. Put it on a t-shirt. Start a new trend. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.